Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Spiritual Transformer. My name is Randy Koo, and I will be your host for today. So, today I'm going to tackle a very big topic. It's a little scary, and the video might be a little longer than usual, so might as well get to it. So, today I want to talk about the purpose of our existence. Yes, it's big. The purpose of life. What are we here to do? That's what I want to tackle today. And I think might be crazy, might be out of my league, but I'm going to try. So I think after about 40 years of searching, I think I got it. I think I understand what the meaning of life is. And it's really very simple. The reason why we were put on this earth, simply put, is to experience it. In other words, we are here simply to experience life. Experience life through our consciousness. That's it. I believe that that is our entire reason for existence. And I can't really prove it, but I'm going to start out by trying. So here we go. Our purpose is to experience life, experience this life on Earth specifically. And now a lot of you are probably thinking, well, that's really, 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 really simple and somewhat really, 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 really obvious. And I think, believe it or not, I think that kind of proves the point, because I'm sure a lot of you folks out there are searching for your purpose, searching for meaning. And if you're not, maybe you know someone who is. For me, I've been searching for meaning for all of my life. And it just turns out it's to experience the world. It's so obvious, yet we're searching. So doesn't that remind you of something? Doesn't it remind you of a person who's wearing glasses or contact lens, and they're looking for their glasses. Oh, where's my glasses? Where's my glasses? But it's on their face the entire time. To me, that's what it feels like. Or if you don't wear glasses, then it's like, oh, I think I lost my phone or my wallet or my keys, and it's been in your pocket the entire time. I know that's happened to me. Sometimes maybe it's in your hand the entire time, and you're looking for it desperately. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? It's in your hand. And I feel like the purpose of meaning of life is just to experience life. It's kind of like that. We're searching for a purpose, but it's right in front of our face. It's hiding in plain sight, and it's so easy to miss that it might actually be true, right? It certainly does make a lot of sense. I mean, you go through life, you try to figure it out, and there it is in front of you all along. So now folks might be asking, well, that's a little boring, isn't it? And doesn't that mean everybody has the same purpose? Isn't that just kind of weird? Well, I gotta admit, it is kind of a pretty boring explanation. But it's certainly effective. So consider this. If you ask 1,000 people what the meaning of life is, what is their purpose, you will probably get 1,000 different answers. Some people are still searching. Some people think they found it. Some people just don't care why they're on this earth. And some people think it's for them to do this, or get that, or achieve this, or be that, you know. And yet, that's very inefficient, isn't it? I mean, for one thing, how do we know that what our purpose is actually our purpose? I mean, we don't. Speaking for myself, when I was born, there wasn't a slip of paper shoved into my hand that says, your purpose is to do this and do that. No. Right? And I'm sure a lot of people go through life just don't know what the purpose is. Now, not everybody. There's some people who are lucky. Channelers, maybe, psychics, who've been told by their guides or whatnot that, yeah, you're on this earth to, help spread the news or whatever, right? There are some people like that. There are some people who've been told. I'm not one of them. And I wager a lot of people watching this are also not one of them. So it's really inefficient, isn't it? For everybody to have a different purpose and not know what that purpose is. I mean, if the purpose of life is such a big deal that everybody's looking for it, wouldn't it be better to just hand it over when you're born? Just have angels come down from heaven and say, you, this is what you were supposed to be here to do, right? But that's not the case. Or very rarely is it the case. So we're all left searching. And to me, that's inefficient. But what is the one thing that every human being on this earth has in common, right? That's right. We're all alive. We're all conscious beings. And we're all experiencing reality, this world, through our consciousness. And if that's our purpose, then that is the most efficient thing, because it means everybody alive today is serving their purpose, whether they realize it or not. They don't have to figure it out. They don't have to guess. They don't have to choose even what their purpose is. They just live and breathe and experience the world through their consciousness, and bam, that's it. It's done. I mean, if life's purpose is simply to experience life, then wouldn't this be the most efficient way to do it? Just to make it the purpose, so that everybody on this earth is serving the purpose, whether they know it or not. It doesn't matter what they do. Everybody leaves this world and goes home and be like, yeah, I did my job, because you can't really screw up living. Well, I'll get to that later. So now some of you people might be saying, well, I'm hosting a show called Spiritual Transformer, and I'm on a spiritual journey. So some of you might be thinking, if you're so spiritual, then certainly you have heard of the concept of soul contracts. Yes, I know about soul contracts. And basically, for those who don't know, soul contracts are simply contracts, agreements you have with other soul beings to play certain roles for each other in each other's lives. It's really simple stuff if you think about it. And yeah, you can say that our soul contract can be our purpose, or maybe it's karma, right? That's our purpose. We're here on earth to do this, this, and this, and that, to heal, clear karma, whatever. Play roles for other human beings, sure. Except for one thing. For folks who are aware of the concept of soul contracts, then I'm sure you folks are also aware of the concept of free will, which means even if you do have soul contracts, you don't have to do it. If you choose, you can do something entirely. At least that's my understanding. I mean, if we all have free will, then soul contracts are just kind of a suggestion, isn't it? Yeah, you can go through life trying to fulfill your soul contract, sure, but you don't have to. And again, it goes back to the idea of, well, how big a deal is our purpose if you can actually renege on it? How big a deal is a soul contract if we can actually renege on it and say, no, I want to do something else because we have free will, right? So again, it kind of defeats the purpose of having a purpose if you can just break your purpose. So doesn't that come back down to simply experiencing our world is our purpose? Isn't that still the most efficient thing? I mean, sure, we can have soul contracts, and yeah, that is our purpose, in a sense. But if you don't have to do it, then how ultimate is that purpose, right? How high up in the chain is it? So I question that. So I'd like to just go back to the basics and say our purpose here is simply to live and to experience life through our consciousness. That's it. So now I guess I should get to the elephant in the room, so to speak. And this is tough, because I'm sure a lot of people might not want to accept that experience is the purpose because they think they're not worthy, right? They might think that all these years they've been on earth, they haven't done this or done that. They failed at this, they failed at that. They should have done this, they should have done that. And this is kind of my struggle as well, to tell the truth. Because while I believe that existing and experiencing is our purpose here on earth, I am one of those people who don't really have much to show for it. I mean, as painful as it is for me to say, I've been lost in life for the majority of my time living here. Just completely lost. I have no idea what my purpose is. Well, until now, I guess. But I don't have any idea of any other purpose besides just living and breathing. You know, I haven't really found any sort of big, huge passion project or anything like that. I mean, I like playing video games, but I spend most nights playing video games. That's what I do. I haven't accomplished much. I've never won an award, never stood up in front of a crowd and accepted a plaque or a trophy or anything like that. I have no discernible talents. Can't play sports, can't play musical instruments, right? Can't draw, right? So, yeah, I'm as basic and normal as they come. And if existing in this earth really is the number one major purpose, then I guess from the outside in, I botched it because I haven't really done anything. I mean, I'm just a salary worker for Pete's sake, right? So this is tough. But honestly, if there ever was a time I believed that I'm not worthy of experiencing life, that's no longer the case. I am worthy. And so are you. Think about it this way. Stop me if you heard it. Everybody knows that no 2 people, no 3 people, no 100 people looks at the exact same thing and sees the exact same thing. This is obvious. 2 people who look at a piece of art will think 2 different things about the piece of art, right? 2 people who play the exact same video game would think way different things about the exact same video games. 2 people who eat the exact same food will think different things about that exact same food. It's very easy to visualize. Some people might like it, some people might not like it. Some people love it, some people love it less. Some people compare it, some people accept it. Look, no 2 people view the world in the exact same way. That's why everybody's experience has value. So I spend most nights playing video games. So what? There's value in that because it's my experience. And my experience cannot be replicated by literally any other human being on Earth. Why? Because even if someone plays the exact same video game as me, they would get something completely different out of it. And I think it's almost a fact. No 2 people look at the same thing alike. Everybody has their own version of reality that they look at. And that's what makes everybody's experience unique. And that's what makes everybody's lives worthy. And I can't stress that enough. It doesn't matter how accomplished you are or how not accomplished you are. There is value to your experience. Never forget that, because I think that's the biggest takeaway from this video, is that we're here just to experience. That's it. And all experience is valid. Now, I want to go into one more thing, and that's what makes this video a bit long. So, what's the purpose of life? Sure, we're here to experience our lives on this earth. Fine, but what's the purpose of that? Is there a higher purpose than the purpose we serve on this earth? So before now, I've kind of been using logic to make my point. Here's when I throw logic out the window. Basically, we are here to experience, through our consciousness, the world we live in, the life we live, so that we can bring it back to the universe. Or, to be more controversial, we bring our experience back to God. That's it. Why? Because we are God. Every one of us is a piece of God or the universe. And we are here to experience life on this planet on behalf of the universe, of God. And when all is said and done, when our times on earth, our multiple lives on earth is done, we're done our journey, we go back to God, to the universe. And I believe, no proof, I believe we integrate. Everybody's lives, everybody's experience just goes straight back to God. Why? So God, the universe, source energy, what have you, can know itself. We are here so that we can know God as ourselves. We can, the divine knowing the divine. That's what we're here for, right? And I know this last part can be a little bit hard to swallow, but if you're looking for a purpose beyond just existing, a purpose beyond a purpose, this is it. And that is also why there is value to your experience, because you're experiencing, it's like God is looking out through your eyes. That's why it's so important. And anything you do, any experience you have is valid from that point of view, because your experience cannot be replicated by anything else. Whew. So that's all I have to say for tonight. I know it's a bit heady. The video is a bit long, so I will stop it here. Now, if you enjoyed this content, please give me a like, click the subscribe button. But until next time, my name is Randy Koo, and you have been watching The Spiritual Transformer. Have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.